for the morning news. Good morning, Musa.
Good morning to the both of you. Here's the news. President Bola Tinubu has granted pardon to Herbert Macaulay, Major General Mamman Jia Vasa, and Farouk Lawan, and granted clemency to 82 inmates. In a statement by Bayo Onanuga, Special Advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, says Major General Mamman Jia Vasa, sentenced to death over a treason charge in 1986, has received a posthumous pardon from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Vasa, a poet, was among the 17 people who received presidential pardons following the endorsement of the National Council of State, which met in Abuja on Thursday. President Tinubu also granted a posthumous pardon to Herbert Macaulay, a Nigerian nationalist and co-founder, along with Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe of National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroons. Macaulay was the party's first president, which played a pivotal role in Nigeria's struggle for independence. However, in 1913, Macaulay was believed to have been unjustly convicted by the British colonialists and banned from public office. Macaulay died in 1946, but the stigma of being an ex-convict was not exorcised from his records until now. President Tinubu also pardoned 4 former convicts, including former House of Representatives member Farouk Lawan, Mrs. Anastasia Daniel Wabia, Barrister Hussaini Umar, and Ayinla Saadu Alanamu. The National Council of State has endorsed the nomination of Professor George Ojo Amupitan as the new chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The council, at its meeting on Thursday, also approved the nomination of Aminu Yusuf from Niger State for the chairmanship of the National Population Commission, NPC. The police council's meeting was also held successfully.
Speaker after speaker spoke glowingly of this professor as a very serious-minded scholar, a man of high integrity, and a tested and trusted hand who has never participated in any partisan politics.
The Senate will next week decide on an appropriate line of action over allegations of religious persecution in Nigeria. It emphasizes that insecurity in the country is not religiously driven. The Senate views the alleged Christian persecution narrative being pushed against Nigeria as an attempt to strangulate the economy of the country and create disunity among citizens.
And I think as a parliament, we must take a position and we must join hands with the government to inform the US and the US Congress that the position they are taking is not in tandem with the reality of what is going on.
The federal government has given all federal tertiary institutions a 30-day deadline to reconcile and submit reports of unutilized balances within the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TED Fund, for joint verification. Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, issued the directive at a meeting with heads of federal tertiary institutions, bursars, and procurement directors.
To rebuild classes, build laboratories, engineering workshops, faculty offices, student auditoriums, buy instructional materials to tertiary institutions. Also, some of these ones that might even be there that have lecturers need.
Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, is in Doha, the capital city of Qatar. She landed at the Doha Hamad International airport on Thursday evening to begin a 4-day working visit to the country on the invitation of the chairperson of the Qatar Foundation, Her Highness Sheikha Moza bint Nasser Al Misan. The visit is part of a mission the First Lady is undertaking to advance the course of out-of-school children and reform the Al-Majri education system in Nigeria. During her visit, she will engage with the Qatar Foundation chair as well as the Minister of Social Development, Butaina Al-Nuami, among other key stakeholders in Qatar. The First Lady is accompanied on the visit by the Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Ahmed, and the Executive Secretary of the National Commission for Al-Majri and Out-of-School Children Education Commission, Dr. Muhammad Sani. And those are the news highlights. Good morning, Nigeria continues with Ademola and Victor after this time out.